red alert has been called off. I repeat, the red alert has been called off.
The air raid suddenly eased up, like a passing shower. Having hidden in there, with our heads covered for so long, we were finally free. One man didn't come out.
He's nice, Mom. But when he looked at his computer, he just kind of stopped talking.
Computer?
Inside that briefcase.
We recovered this photo from a body in the remains of a fighter jet. I should have realized it earlier, that she was the daughter of the pilot we found. You have to leave now. Get as far away from here as you can.
But why? We finally regained control of our city.
They're coming from the sky. There is a plan of operations designed to destroy everything in this city and all the people in it. I read the order myself.
What do you mean? Isn't there something we can do?
I don't want any more harm to come to this city and its people, but at the same time, as a soldier of Estovakia, there are certain obligations I must meet. It is my duty, and I am loyal to my country. This is all I can tell you.
Mr. Wojciech.
Yes, I am Wojciech. But that...
Lieutenant Tosha Michsik is a man who is very dear to me. I was invited to a ceremony at the base 2 years ago, and remember seeing you there. You were his teacher, weren't you?
Yes.
And it is true that you are no longer flying.
Correct.
So then, you must have come here on ground duty. And now, you've grown close to those children. I was foolish. I carelessly crossed over to this side of the border, and I was fortunate enough to meet Melissa on the way. We have grown to be very close. Yes. If I had not been driving through the wide open plains here in your country, we would have never crossed paths. You've lost your wings, but you've gained the land in return. Now you can see the sky as these people do, the people living here on this land. Wojciech, are you really going to sit here and let the sky fall down on these people?
This is the weapon that's moving towards the city as we speak. Since it was built in haste, parts of it are still incomplete. Its vulnerable points are described in this data. I need you to get this information to the pilots in the air somehow.
That's right, boys and girls. Our pilots just dipped their wings for us out there, and it is a beautiful sight. Those are my heroes, dancing with angels.
I'll be relaying orders to you. We have received preliminary results from the tests regarding the recent missile attack. We've spotted a potential launch area for that second cruise missile shot at Grace Maria. It most likely came from a facility in the northern sea of Slovakia, somewhere in the vicinity of San Island. About 15 years ago, the Ulysses collision brought about a state of misery and fear unprecedented in modern history. Nations worldwide took their own measures on how to deal with the impending crisis posed by meteors if they were to hit the Earth. The Slovakians had developed a giant railgun for the purpose of intercepting those meteors. But for some reason, they stopped short of bringing it to fruition, and soon after, meteors had fallen on many nations, Slovakia among them. There is not much intelligence available concerning this giant railgun, and nothing of it has been made public since the prototype. Some from the American Ministry of Science and Technology were concerned about the potential dangers of the meteor interception system used as a weapon of war. As crisis loomed, the nations banded together and decided to prohibit any further development of the meteor interception system. Although the technology was being developed for peaceful purposes, the potential for evil was far too great a risk to take. Emeria cannot be at peace until the threat of cruise missiles has been completely eliminated. You've been assigned to investigate an area just north of San Island. Destroy any cruise missiles found and their facilities. If you happen to encounter any threatening objects, move into attack formation immediately. Blow the hell out of all targets. It's time to put an end to this tragic period in our history, which has emerged as a result of the Ulysses incident.
How about my weaponry? Are we ready to fly with these planes?
Garuda team, time to take off.
What a view. It's like a mirror. Like it's giving us a good look into the Slovakian soul.
I think it's coming from Grace Maria's radio station. Hey, we're in a war zone here!
I don't know a whole lot about war, but there's something I need to tell you.
This airband is reserved for wartime defense purposes.
Please, pilot, listen to my mom. She has something important to say.
We might as well hear what she has to say.
Please, trust me on this. The Slovakian military has that battery, and it can't be destroyed.
She might be trying to disrupt our plans. I better contact Grace Maria base.
Wait! Let's hear her out first!
But that's when its construction was completed.
recovered to optimum cooling. We can resume with launching.